I'm not sure what to say, how to say it. But I'm working. I'm working and I'm listening to church. And my church just got a new building and they're excited and they've moved on. And God says, and everything you do to the glory of God. Do to the best of your ability and make your ministry what you are. You are going to be fishers of men. I knew what that meant. But I didn't understand it sometimes. I'm out here just praising God and rejoicing as I work. And I'm taking time out to give this video. Because I have stopped participating in church when it comes to trying to be in a praise team or doing small groups. And the last time I tried doing a small group, I got frustrated because people were lying. And yeah, they did lie. And I was upset and I started getting PTSD and I don't know what's PTSD, but I started getting anxiety attacks, bad anxiety attacks. I wanted to be involved in the music. I was asked to be involved in the music, and I wanted it to be for God. But it never worked out, and I never understood why. And God says, my timing, my place, my whatever. It is on me, it's not on you. And it took me time to understand that, and my goodness, I really got thinking that I've been letting my YouTube channel go. And I want it to be about work, and I want it to be about my ministry, and I want it to be about my jobs. But today I'm coming to you humbly saying that I've messed up. With you guys holding me accountable, with you guys saying that, you got work to do. I want to be the best dad I can be. I want to be the best person I can be. I want to be the best everything I can be. And sometimes I'm not. I'm just a lowly worker. I'm not a leader. I run a business and I've been running it the wrong way. Not that it's been bad, but my business is basically ran by somebody else, but I've been able to make a business out of what I do, which is kind of nice. I can hire people underneath me, which I have. And I haven't showed enough appreciation. I've tried. But I haven't. And maybe that's my problem, is I'm not showing appreciation. Doing this job, you have a freedom to do whatever you want. You have a freedom to go where you want. I can put you wherever you want to be. But God says, come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest. It's easy in concept, but it's really hard in person. I have been working my tail off, and God has blessed me with my job. I took a gamble, and I prayed about it, and God said, this is what you're supposed to do. And I've been able to do YouTube videos periodically, and I know I'm not doing it enough, and I've had feedback that's been positive about it. And again, I've said this on numerous videos, and I'm saying it again, it's not about money, because I don't make any money on these videos. It'd be nice. But it's not about the money. It's about being honest and having integrity and being true. Somebody drives down the road, and I'm not going to say I don't get upset when they go flying by me and I'm already going over the speed limit. I'm not going to say it doesn't frustrate me when I pull to the side of the road like I am right now. And yesterday I had my daughter with me, and somebody pulled up behind me, and instead of understanding that they have to be patient, they just start honking at me, and that drove me nuts. Road rage, I guess. And I let some frustration come out. I try to watch what I say. My daughter's with me, but she's old enough where she understands. And the other day we had a conversation where she got upset with me because she's like, you're too negative and you're too this and too that. And I was just letting out frustration. And I let it out again, and I turned around, looked at her, and I said, I'm sorry, I'm just me. I'm frustrated. And she looked at the car and looked at me and said, I understand. I still felt bad. I mean, I didn't really say anything I shouldn't. I mean, it was just, what a jerk, you know. They honked at me when they should have just been patient because I'm moving in a few seconds. And maybe I should have taken the time to just give a prayer for the person. I mean, that's really where the difference comes in, is when somebody bothers you that way, whether it's through how somebody talks, whether it's through whatever, don't get upset. Pray for the person. Somebody calls you and they irritate you, don't be upset. Ask to pray with them. I'm learning this. I am almost 50 years old, and I'm learning this daily, how to live to be the best me I can be. And I've got a long ways to go. It's not a pretty sight sometimes. It's not great. It's not gravy. But I do my best, and I work my hardest, and I do everything in my power to just be the best person I can be. Whether I have people local that are friends, whether I have people that look at me and be like, you know, you're an idiot. Okay. Maybe I am an idiot. But I'm an idiot that tries to do what God wants, and I'm going to fail. I'm also going to greatly succeed. And the glory of God is going to be shown through me. That's my goal. That's my wish. That's my desire more than anything else. You know, people say they look for confident men. They look for confident this and that. And sometimes being a man doesn't mean you have all the confidence in the world. It means that you just go with the flow and just be the best you can be, and not care what the world says. Because God says the world's going to be trying to beat you up and tear you down and just eat you alive. I got fascinated with a video on YouTube, and it was one of the weirdest, brutalist, graphicest. Yeah, it's maybe a made-up word, but it was a very graphic video. Komodo dragons tend to eat their prey. And they don't care if it's alive or dead. And they don't eat it by just taking a bite, tearing it off, and killing the thing and then eating. You want to talk about people being inhumane? I'm watching this thing, and it's eating a goat, and it's eating it by, you know, it bites it, gives it just enough saliva where it damages the leg, and it don't want to move anymore. And then it's trying to eat the flesh off the leg. And Komodo dragons have a little bit of poison in their saliva. And they take a bite. And then they grab on for dear life, and they start pulling and pulling and pulling. They don't hold the part that they're trying to take a bite of with their feet or anything. They just grab it with their mouth and clamp on, and they just pull and pull and pull. And the whole time, the animal that they're eating, whether it's a deer, a goat, a boar, whatever, is screaming. Because it's already incapacitated, but it's stuck. No way to escape, knowing its fate. And the dragon rips off a piece of skin and eats it. And swallows it. Then it goes and bites another piece, and eventually they open up the guts. And then they open up the stomach or someplace on the underbelly where it's softer. And then they go inside and start eating it from the inside out. Graphic and really, really intriguing in a way. Don't ever want to be caught by it, and I don't want to be one of the people that film right beside it and walk right by it while it's eating. But the reason why I'm saying this is because that's what Satan does. He takes a bite of and opens up a wound, and then he goes on the inside and starts eating it and eating it. And he eats us in a way where we don't feel the pain, we don't feel hurt, or anything like that. We see excitement and glory, and we don't see the thing inside of us eating us. We see the finish line, but we don't taste it or touch it. And I pray to you guys today to understand that, God is a God that's going to work with us. And for God is all the glory. And God, I just want to just say that I want to make a video where you guys can understand that things are just good. And things are going to be what they are. And let go of all our earthly troubles and all our earthly pains and just let God be the God He is. I have gotten better at work. I have gotten great. And I'm not saying I'm the best one they have on the company, but I do it for the glory of God. And sometimes I can show it, and sometimes I complain like anybody else. I don't like it, or I don't like this, or I don't like that. And reality is it doesn't matter what I want. The company's going to get what they want. But because of what I do, it works for me. And if I can share that for the glory of God, then awesome. But guys, don't let Satan eat you from the inside out. Let God fill you from the outside in. Let God go from your heart and work its way out to protect you and give you armor and be able to fight with everything you've got, to be able to just attack and just keep Satan at bay. The enemy at bay. People don't want to talk about how bad Satan is involved in our earth and how he's a central figure and God has led him. People want to talk about how bad God is, and it's not that way. God wanted us to choose him. God wanted us to just want to be with him. And that's all he asks, is for us to want to be with him. And somebody said you give textbooks answers, and I don't want a textbook answer. Well, I hate to say this, but God makes it plain and simple. For if you believe in your mouth, believe in your heart, and confess with your mouth Jesus Christ is Lord, you shall be saved. And honestly, that's all he wants. We're going to sin. We're going to have problems. We're going to have our issues, and we have to choose to go to God and say, you know what? Here's where I need help. Give me the help I need. And sometimes it's going to be other people. Sometimes it's going to be a program. Sometimes it's going to be Alcoholics Anonymous, which is a program. Sometimes it's going to be just work your tail off and go to church and just sit back and let them be them, you be you, and everybody be happy. And if you want to be involved, then be involved from the side, not from the front. And that's the part that God keeps telling me, is to not be the person in charge, because that's not what I want you to do. So I'm going in faith on everything. I'm opening up a game store. I'm into a bunch of different games, and I'm opening up a game store, but I'm going to make Christianity be the main focus of it, not the games itself. To have fun, to make casual night, to make stuff where if it's a meta thing, you're not allowed to play it type thing. I don't know. But doggone, this is going to be for fun, and that's going to be amazing, and it's not started yet, but it's going to happen. So I'll keep posted on the future. I have an MTG channel that's all about games. MTG stands for Magic the Gathering, which is a card game that I've gotten to the point where I'm just not a big fan of anymore. And it's not that I don't like playing it. I love playing it. But I'm just taking a break from it. It's a hobby. It's an expensive hobby, and they've got out of hand on it. And so I want to open up a store that's going to be beneficial for everybody. Fun and entertaining and just relaxing. A good environment where people are just happy. But I want to do it to the glory of God, not to the glory of myself. And so I need you guys, as I keep bringing you videos, as I start working on a place and a time and everything else, I want you guys to see that God is the glory, not me. This business will be God's glory, not mine. Customer support is going to be number one, which I think our country has forgotten that a lot of our jobs are customer support. Drive a truck, you deal with people, that's customer support. You work in a restaurant, somebody asks you for something specific, don't pull them ahead. Say, hey, how can I help you? And then try to help them. Places have forgotten that. Please, thank you. My daughter keeps pushing it when I don't say that. She gets after me, and she should. I'm proud of you, Mace. But you need something, come to me. You want to have a discussion about something you're bothered, come to me. Just as my Father God has come to me, that I have gone to him. And I have friends I can go to. I want to be that friend, and I want to be that person you can come to and lean on. For God be the glory. For God be the sunshine and the rain and the glory forever. Yeah, it's not really what I meant to say, but to God be the glory in everything I do. To God, just be the ropes that I grab onto to pick myself up whenever the world knocks me down. To God be the glory. You guys be blessed and have a great day. I was actually starting to cry, and I'm like, I'm not the best father. I'm not the best person. And I'm not. I'm the best I can be. I make mistakes. I have a temper. We all have tempers in our own way. But to God be the glory. And hopefully I can be the parent that I need to be. You guys be blessed, and I appreciate you. And like I said, just don't be afraid to send me a message on here saying, have you been reading the Word? Have you been following Christ? Are you leading a Christ-filled life? Give me a thumbs up. Not because I want to like or subscribe, which I do, but because I want you to message me down below and tell me, have you been following Christ today? What is the word that you have read today? What is the meaning of the passage that you've been reading today? Are you having a good day? Or just give me a thumbs up and just message, I need prayer. A silent request. I have so-and-so to pray for. There is a spider that just jumped off my window. Whee! But yeah, you get the point I'm making. You guys be blessed. Give me a thumbs up. And like I said, just message me. Keep me in check. Let me be God-focused, God-fearing. And let me be confident in the fact that what I do is for God and not for me. I go to church. Remind me that I'm going to church to serve him, not to serve me. To be fed by him, not to feed him. You guys be blessed. And I will catch you on the next one.